where the prison warden was caught running a club, allowing male prison guards to sexually abuse and assault female inmates. The warden even went as far as sticking half-eaten candy canes in females' vaginal areas.
This freaky frog warden, bro. This guy did that? What really happens to women in prison?
I just want to shout out Chastity for taking the time out and helping to put us through to the outside world.
Who?
Shout out to all the subscribers who taking the time out to review.
Are you a YouTuber? How did you manage to get yourself in this predicament?
Follow and make sure you guys continue to show our love and support.
There are a total of 190,600 women currently incarcerated in prison, housed in...
Wait, how many?
A total of 190,600 women.
Okay, and why are all of them happen to be black, bro? Or people, bro?
473 correctional facilities throughout the United States, compared to the 1,147,000.
God damn! And these ones are all black people. Men and women. We're all just finished, I guess.
59 male population of men incarcerated.
Do not let this guy out, bro. Whatever he did, it has to be heinous. Look at this man. Look at the dermal piercing with the
Among
the
the
tats.
1,700 prison facilities.
Hell no.
With Texas having the most prisons at a total of 313 facilities.
I didn't even know that.
There are a total of 52 women sitting on death row waiting to be executed.
Why?
With the youngest person being Christia Pike, who is 48 years old.
She looks like a nice person, bro. Probably like a kindergarten teacher of some sort. I don't know. She couldn't have done anything that bad.
Smashing another girl's skull on the concrete because she became jealous of the other girl for flirting with her boyfriend.
I beg to differ. I mean, you flirted with my man, you gonna have to get your shit smashed in too. I don't swing that way.
Christia even kept parts of the victim's skull.
Oh, you're crazy.
Sexual abuse in female prisons is a major issue, with numerous reports and studies documenting widespread misconduct by prison staff and other inmates.
What?
According to the Bureau of Justice Statistics, thousands of incarcerated women report being sexually victimized annually.
By who? The other guards? Or the guards or the prisoners? Who's doing this? Is the dudes? No, this is a woman on woman thing, right? Yeah, right.
Many more incidents likely going unreported due to fear of retaliation from the prison officers or from the warden himself. For example, in March of 2022, the FBI raided the all-female prison located in Oakland, California, where the prison warden was caught running a club, allowing male located in Oakland, California, where the prison warden was caught running a club, allowing male prison guards to sexually abuse and assault female inmates.
The fucking warden. The warden. The person who's in charge of everything, making sure everything goes smoothly, you know, the COs and everybody, nobody's being too, you know, troublesome. He's running a underground grape club in these prisons. See, that's how I know, bro, the prison system is modern day slavery, bro. Allowing other male security staff to go smash them unconsensually? And the crazy part is, those crimes are much worse than anything that those women probably did. Well, not all of them, but most of them, at least, I guess.
The warden was also caught having naked photos of female inmates on his work cell phone. The warden kicked off his secret operation by
This guy did that?
Promising female prisoners that he would transfer them to any other prison that they would like. And he would also falsely claim that he would help them get released home early, only if they would have sex with him.
Yo.
The warden would not follow.
Yo, you are worse than Diddy, bro. Yeah, I think, right? He is.
Through with his promises. And he would even strip away any female inmates' belongings or privileges if they made any complaints about him or even attempted to tell any higher authorities. He would even transfer female inmates to more dangerous prisons if they did not want to have sex.
Yo, this is real trafficking right here.
The warden even went as far as sticking half-eaten candy canes in females' vaginal areas.
This freaky frog warden, bro. You were putting peppermint candy canes inside of the canal? Bro, that shit probably burns. Oh my God, dude. Oh my gosh, bro. I can feel that. I can just feel it already, bro. No, bro, when I clicked on this video, I did not expect to hear any of this, bro. None of this at all.
In females' vaginal areas. He would eventually be sentenced in 2024.
For how much?
To 70 months in prison.
70 months? 70 months. So y'all gave him a total of 5 years. That's good math right there. 5 years for doing that, bro. Y'all gotta give him belt to ass, bro. Give him 100 years. What are we saying? 70 months? No wonder why these dudes can just get away with stuff, bro.
A $15,000 fine. And 2 months later, the prison would close down, and the 605 female inmates were transferred to different prisons throughout the United States. Female inmates undergo extreme abuse by prison staff with male prison guards. Some male guards have been known to coerce female inmates into sexual acts in exchange for privileges or basic necessities.
Bro, this is actually crazy. It's like, how is the system so unregulated? You would think that because it's the prison and it's like a government facility and everything goes into it. Like the moment a prisoner escapes, you know, everybody's on that, right? But this type of stuff goes under the radar. How is this even possible, bro? I would understand if it's like the other inmates, you know, doing stuff to the other inmates and that's a problem. But for it to be the staff and the COs and stuff, yo, this is sick work. I never would have thought.
Into acts in exchange for privileges or basic necessities, such as food, hygiene products, or visitation rights. This exploitation is a severe abuse of power.
Yeah.
And can have lasting psychological effects on the women. Male officers exploit their authority inappropriately, watching incarcerated women's nude bodies by standing in the dorm or shower areas, watching women undress and bathe, and commenting on their bodies.
Predators, bro. Just straight up just predators. They got this job specifically to do this, bro. You can't convince me otherwise.
Staff would also fail to properly treat sick, ill, and pregnant female inmates that needed proper medical care. A former Georgia inmate in 2019, Tiana Hill, said
Tiana Hill, what did you even do, bro? You look like the local lunch lady out of a school in Atlanta, Georgia.
Kept telling staff that she was pregnant when she was an inmate.
Okay.
She could feel her baby moving inside her.
And what did they say?
Period. But she said the staff insisted she wasn't pregnant and made fun of her.
How are you going to know, bro? Unless you give her a pregnancy test and put it inside and make her pee on it, you're not going to know. How are you going to tell her she's not pregnant? She feels it moving inside. Unless it's like a homunculus, a parasite.
When she
Even then, she needs
gave
medical
birth,
attention.
She was shackled around her stomach, wrists, and feet. After she gave birth, Hill said jail staff wrapped her child in dirty sheets and left. Hill eventually was taken to a hospital where she said she was allowed to see her son.
So she gave birth in the prison itself? Yo, bro, imagine being that kid and being born into a prison, bro. Damn.
Handcuffed to a wheelchair. 5 days after the delivery, on Hill's birthday, she was informed that her baby had died.
Rest in peace. How? Don't let me find out, bro.
2021, women in prison had a total of 753 live births, 46 miscarriages, and 11 abortions.
Damn.
Of the 753 live births, there were 3 newborn deaths, and nearly half of those 753 births were C-sections. In 2015, a Georgia prison doctor was caught lying on his application and work history after working several years with the prison. Dr. Nazaire had been previously suspended from practicing medicine in New York for his involvement in the death of 4 patients that he falsely diagnosed, and his clinic was sued for $3.3 million.
God damn, bro. That's one of the crazy things about being a doctor. You could get something wrong and like end the lives. That's how I know I could never be no damn surgeon or nothing like that.
When the New York Medical Board suspended Dr.
God forbid I make a mistake and accidentally kill 10 people, bro. It's just my bad, bro.
Nazaire
Like-
for 3 years, he became bankrupt and moved to Georgia and began living in a Holiday Inn hotel.
Damn.
When he applied for a temporary physician agency that partnered with the Georgia Department of Corrections, the prison hiring employer failed to read up on the doctor's background, and the doctor failed to mention that he was suspended from practicing medicine in New York.
So then what?
When he was hired, his starting salary was $163,000.
Damn.
And when he was employed in Georgia, he would falsely diagnose and improperly treat female prisoners, preventing them from seeking outside hospitals, which helped the prison save money on medical expenses.
So he's
inmates.
corrupt.
Because of this, the prison
Just like some Dr. Tenma type of timing, bro.
awarded
Not Dr. Tenma, but the people in the show Monster. If y'all see Monster, hey, shout out to you, bro.
Dr. Nazaire with a new $175,000 pay upgrade for
They gave
saving
him a
the prison
raise?
money. Because of the doctor's careless work, within a 10-month span, a total of 9 female inmates died of complications, including cancer, infectious diseases, and heart issues. The doctor was fired.
Doctor, you have one job, bro, and that's to properly diagnose people. If you can't do the job, bro, just tell somebody else that there's a problem and they can do the job. It's not like you need to be the one conducting the surgery. Just diagnose them properly, bro.
And never charged for his actions. He later moved to New Jersey after being fired to attempt to practice medicine again. Not only is the prison staff an issue, but female prisons have gangs just like male prisons.
Right.
Which include the Latin Queens,
Is this the stud gang?
Bloods, Crips, and MS-13.
Okay. Yo, this is Lil Baby right here, bro. I can tell. This ain't no stud. What am I looking at, though?
Ooh, Baba Karo. Ooh. Out the gate. You mean? What you mean, bro?
Charquita Cooper.
I don't want
who
no
was an
smoke.
active blood
5'3"? You're 5'3", bro.
year sentence, got into an altercation with her cellmate when her
Okay.
cellmate refused to share her food. Cooper beat up her cellmate and bit off the top portion of her ear.
You Mike Tyson a woman because you couldn't phantom tax her properly? Dude, what is going on, man? Why?
Another altercation occurred when prison staff caught Cooper holding another female inmate at knife point, forcing her to call her mom to send her $10,000, or she would stick a sharpened toothbrush in the other female inmate's
You held somebody up for ransom with a sharpened toothbrush and asked for $17,000, bro.
But a more crucial story is when 25-year-old Selena Holmes in 2020 was in a relationship with 31-year-old Arthur Caulfield, who was at the time...
Bro, and I think of the name Arthur, I think of the sweetest, nicest child, okay? Arthur the Aardvark, bro. Every day when the money comes to play. Type of Arthur, bro. This ain't no Arthur. This guy looks like a demon.
Serving a 15-year prison sentence for a bank robbery, and they were both in a gang called Young and Paid. While
Okay.
Arthur was serving his time, he scammed the Charles Schwab Bank
Damn.
out of $11 million. He called the bank from a cell
He scammed out of 11 mil while you're in the cell? Oh, he's him.
phone while in his prison cell and acted like he was Sidney Kimmel, a well-known movie producer worth $1 billion. He convinced the bank to wire him $11 million.
What type of weak-ass two-factor authentication system do we got going on, bro? Tell me if I just call up the bank and I'm like, yo, bro, I'm Michael Jackson. I came back to life from the death, bro. Don't worry about it. Just give me $11 billion and we'll call it a day. They're going to be like, sure, and wire me $11 million goddamn dollars. Yo.
With the money, he bought a $4.4 million house,
Damn.
a $398,000 Lamborghini, and he gave Selena $15,000. Bought her a Mercedes-Benz and a high-rise penthouse where her rent was $2,887 a month.
This is like that one homie in high school that everybody had. Maybe you're still in high school right now, but you tell them, be slick, bro, don't act suspicious. And they go ahead and do this. They buy a $4 million house, a Lamborghini, a Benz, another house, and give cash. You're going to get caught, bro. You get hit off some type of heist like that, bro. What are you doing?
All while he was in prison, Selena would help move his money around to prepare for when Arthur would finally come home in 2022.
Okay.
One day, Arthur sent a hit on a man who was stalking Selena, so two of Arthur's friends did a drive-by shooting in Atlanta, where Selena was the lookout and getaway driver.
Damn.
The shooting left a 37-year-old man shot 9 times and paralyzed from the waist down.
What
All
the...
of them were caught.
Yo, this guy's a
And Selena
kingpin, bro.
received a 15-year sentence for her involvement, while both shooters received 30 years and 15 years. Arthur was eventually caught for his scamming, and when he was finally released, he was put in federal custody and sentenced to 135 months in federal prison.
Goddamn.
While Selena was serving her time, she had a sexual relationship with the prison counselor, where Selena would pay him $1,000 a week to smuggle in drugs and outside items banned in prison.
Okay.
One day, the counselor arrived at the prison for his shift, and upon entering, officers checked the counselor's bag at the prison entrance on the morning of April 28th. A search of his car then turned up a package with 17.5 grams of methamphetamine strips and 21.
Meth strips? You are not Walter White. What makes you think you're going to get away with this?
Marijuana. He was also found to have in his car and bag perfume, lip gloss, disposable contact lenses, tobacco, tea bags, bubble gum, pop rocks, and 2 red bandanas. The counselor was immediately fired and sent to jail. Selena was put in solitary confinement and transferred to another prison. Her expected release date is September 2035.
2035, yeah, we'll see you in 10 years. But that's gonna do it for today's video. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, join the video scrolling in the description. That was what happens to women when they go to prison. Interesting video. With that being said, it's Love You Law. I love you, and I'm out.